together with beautiful beings you love and trust. And guess what? They don't have to be in the room with you. They don't have to be human. They don't even have to have a body. Here's what I mean by that. And I think for those of us that are animal lovers, it's easy to understand this if you remember a time that you've had an experience with a furry friend. And this furry friend was really with you. Maybe it was their purr. Maybe it was their enthusiasm that you saw in their face and that was reflected in their body. Maybe it was a time of deep peace and presence. This is a way for you to find relief from that feeling of being alone by connecting with the energy, the beautiful energy of some being that you know that there is a love between you. It could be someone you've had an experience with in the past. It can even be someone who is no longer in their physical body. Maybe they've died and you still have a sense of the memory in your body of their hug, of their bringing you a cup of tea or a cut up apple like my Grammy used to do. In your spiritual practice, there may be some connection. I call them spirit buddies. Some people experience the connection with angels, with God in any name and form, gender. Maybe it's someone from a book that you read that you really feel a powerful connection with them, who they are, who they were. It can be a former teacher. I'm offering all of these options because I know that when people are suffering and they need relief, that often they have told me, I have no one. One of my mantras was, I had no friends. It wasn't true. But this was a doorway into opening up my channels again in a deeper way, a way with more awareness where I could practice presence with a loving energy that I felt like I could be with. So, with that broad range of possibilities, I invite you to take a moment, perhaps close your eyes, and come within, with and in your body. And instead of feeling that connection outside of you, see if you can be aware that in you, that connection is alive. Your furry friend, where they connected with your body, feeling that energy. If emotions start to come up like sadness, maybe you missed them, there's a longing here. You can tap the points like I'm doing while holding that connection. The next step is for you to allow your body to embody love. And pause and I love this being. I love this being. Ah, I love this being and what they mean to me, what they've shared with me. Thank you. Appreciation, love, appreciation, love. See if you can notice your awareness of them change as you embody love. Bring more of your body into it. Move in your seat. Move your body a little and then come back to this connection. And as you take a breath and you pause, notice that they are radiating an energy towards you too. When we're together like this, there's always an exchange. That as you bring more of your presence with them, notice what flows to you. It could be reassurance. You are not alone. You're not as alone as you often imagine yourself to be. No, I am here. We are here. Wherever you start feeling that energy, see if you can allow it to find its way to parts of you that could use some relief, wherever those are. This energy you're receiving from this beautiful being that you love. You can allow it to flow. We are so interconnected. Our meridian system, our circulatory system, our nervous system. We have so many ways that we're connected. And as you allow that energy in, let it make its way and offer to that part of you together, a together feeling. You're in this together. Ooh, yeah. You might feel it as a color or texture or tone. Ah. Just see if you notice that in that connection there is an energy for you. Take a breath. And however you'd like to appreciate and thank this beautiful being, feel free to do that. Thank you. Just what I needed. A little something that you needed. And then notice your body. How does it feel? There's no right or wrong answer. Mine feels a little lighter, a little warmer. There's a kind of a smile behind my smile that I'm noticing now that we're together with these beautiful beings. I had several that it felt good to me to receive from. And in this practice of presence with those that we feel safe and connected to for a breath or two, we remind our body that it is possible to connect and receive, to connect and give appreciation and gratitude, smiles. And in that flow, we reestablish that which is healing. We are meant to heal in that place. I've used this when I was I was sick, and to protect people that I cared about, I was isolated in the other room. And yet I could imagine beautiful beings who love me, who want me to feel connected and feel that healing energy, spooning me, rubbing my forehead, putting their hand on my back, my heart. And in that, the fever felt different. Going into a surgery, I remember feeling this presence because I'd practiced it. It was accessible to me. I so want that accessible access to the presence of love for each of us. I believe that if we're going to be not just physically okay, but thriving and emotionally free, that this is one of those component pieces. To me, it's like breath and water. They're essential components to my body feeling good, that sense of connection. Even if it's 4 o'clock in the morning and nobody else is up, when we do this together, we make this a part of what it means to be a loving being, that we are connected this way. It changes. It changes how we relate. It helps us in so many ways. I invite you to continue to practice this. At times when it's stressful, sitting in a traffic jam, imagine a being next to you. Imagine, I used to imagine my dog. I still sometimes do imagine my dog just kind of reaching over and nuzzling my face, reassuring me that it's okay. We use our imagination to take us to dark places, places where, the story is not very pretty, not very nourishing. And this is an opportunity to not just imagine, but allow ourselves to feel. And that really does make it possible when we do have a sacred connection with another person to, to be in this, to drop in and tune to and engage with other people at that level. Thank you.